aside from queries about which glue is best for each individual lash tech, one of the most common questions we get is about the differences between our different lash lines. So just to help you get a better idea of what you can expect from each type of lash, we thought we'd make a little video just to show you the differences between them. So here we have got the same length, curl and thickness of our three main collections. So these are just for classic lashes. We've got our matte flat, our Mayfair and our Chelsea lines. So the first one that we'll go through is the flat lashes. They're the most different out of any of our lash lines. The difference being that they are flat in shape, as the name would suggest. So the first difference with the matte flat lashes is their nice matte finish. Another key difference that you might notice is that they have split tips. This just means that instead of being one continuous taper to the very end of the lash, they are split till about halfway down, so that when you take them off the strip, you will see not only is the base of the lash flat, but the top itself is actually in two parts. This just means that they're a little bit fluffier and much softer on the lashes, so they make for quite a nice dramatic classic lash set without adding lots of extra weight. So what really sets these apart from other types of classic lash is that they weigh only about half as much as a regular 0.20 classic lash. So where these are flat, it's, if you can imagine a 0.10 classic lash that's been squashed, and then you've now got the diameter of a 0.20 classic lash. You have all of the drama and all of the darkness that you want from a 0.20 set, but you've only got the weight of what you would have with a 0.10 set. So that means that if a client comes in and they want a dark, dramatic, kind of fluffy lash set with thick classic lashes, but their natural lashes aren't the strongest, flat lashes are going to be a great option. Next up are our Chelsea lashes and our Mayfair lashes. So these are both standard classic lashes. They have got the regular 0.20 diameter. They are a little bit thicker. They're still quite nice and soft considering they're 0.20. The main differences with these lines is that the Mayfair are a little bit shinier. The Chelsea are a little bit more matte. So when they're on the lashes in a full set, you are going to have a more dramatic finish with the Mayfair and a slightly more natural finish with the Chelsea. So instead of just talking about their differences, what is similar about them? What makes them all amazing lashes? First of all, they're all vegan friendly, cruelty free fibres made from a material called PBT. So it's a type of really sturdy plastic which is usually used in wiring. So it's very durable, even though it's very nice and soft. So it's heat resistant, it's water resistant, so as long as you're not actually singeing the lashes, they're going to last a really nice long time, they're not going to lose their curl, and they're going to look beautiful for as long as they're on your lashes. The other thing that's really great about all of the lash lines is that they are in completely recyclable packaging. So the drawer itself, the matchbox design, this is all recyclable. The lashes come out of the box nice and easily. So you can use everything and recycle all of the packaging. There's no spot UV, which is that shiny kind of embossed printing on some packaging. There's no magnets, it's all just completely recyclable paper and cardboard. So one more difference between the Chelsea and the Mayfair that will become more apparent if you lash from palettes is that the strip of the Chelsea lashes is actually on a foil backed strip. So that means when you stick it to your palette, it comes off really nice and easily, no residue, almost nothing to clean off of the palette. That does mean that the strips themselves aren't recyclable in all regions, so just check your particular local recycling. The Mayfair, on the other hand, has got that classic paper back strip. We are looking into the foil backs, but for the time being they still do come off quite nicely. From the pallets you might just need to use a little bit of acetone just to get the very last of the residue off of your pallet. One other key difference between the Chelsea line and the Mayfair line, and this will come into play more if you are using them for volume fans rather than just classics, is that the Mayfair strips are slightly narrower than the Chelsea, and they're also slightly more sticky. So depending on your fanning style, you may find them easier or a little bit more difficult to work with. Once you're used to using them, you'll barely notice, but if you're just switching from one to the other, it might just come into play a little bit. So just bear that in mind if you are making a switch.